What is up, movers? We got rapid gameplay today. If you haven't seen, we did reach our goal as far as the puzzle speedrun was concerned. And since we've reached that goal, I can now put more focus on the other speedruns. Common mistake here, by the way, is taking this. All of a sudden, you're hard losing. I kind of want to play d5 here. Takes, bishop takes. Looks okay. Knight here we'll just see push. But I guess I'll have this at my disposal in that case. I'm going to play this. I'm also going to blow my nose, so excuse me. It is almost bedtime for me because I woke up at 5 a.m. Probably already should be bedtime. Or at least not a chess playing time. I also never looked at my opponent. Very nice. They're on a larger loss streak than I was. Although it also seems to be a new player. So we'll see what amounts of this game. Okay, so if I play this now, we're gonna see just plain old d3. So what I'd like to do is not have that happen and have something like this happen. But how do I accomplish that? Considering playing this, then knight out. All of a sudden I have this move available, I think. Yeah, d5 is very tempting. I think a computer would agree. So I will trust the computer and make that move myself. Pawn takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. Actually, do I want bishop takes or do I want knight takes? I'm gonna do knight takes, excuse me. Hope everyone's doing all right. We're just trying to reverse the momentum we have here. Get a win on the board, hopefully. For October, I did 31 straight videos, so I took a 2-day break for start of November, but I'm back as of today. Hopefully with a win to start things off, but doesn't matter too much. So I should probably look a little more in depth at his position. So he does have an ability to castle fairly early on, but his bishop is stuck right now. So that's what kind of telegraphs which way he's likely going to castle. He got a lot of development pieces out, but what I'm trying to do here is kind of cancel out everyone's development, in which case the game becomes more equal. I don't want to move the c pawn just yet because I don't know which way I want to move that pawn structure. There's also the fact that if he does something like check and then I block, that he doesn't have, you know, any kind of outpost where he could climb in and wreak havoc. So just a few small thoughts I'm having. Yeah, I could still castle in either direction, but I'm probably going to lean towards castling this way. The only thing is that since I have this e6 pawn that's all kind of stranded here, probably won't be playing any f5 sort of moves. Probably just want to play rooks to the middle. I shouldn't be having to have this kind of in-depth thought analysis just yet, but my opponent is taking forever. A move I wouldn't expect would be something like d3. I would just take that, I believe. Then after I take it, I can develop a piece like bishop e7, for example. I am going to take a bit of a more in-depth look at our opponent here while we have the time. So today he's 0 for 3. Then yesterday he was 1 for 3, but he ended with 2 losses. And it looks like he didn't really review the games either, so it doesn't look like he is super interested in finding out why he's losing these games. So he might be tilted. Something else that I noticed is that he has... This doesn't look like a paid account, but he does have multiple games that have been reviewed, which is interesting. It also looks like some of his recent wins were like very short games. So it seems like whenever he's had to go to a longer game, he doesn't really win anymore, which is good for me. So he only plays rapid. He doesn't even do puzzles. He peaked at 1894 at some point, and since then it's just been downhill for him. Yeah, he still hasn't moved. So if this is a human, we're going to have a pretty good advantage against him. This position isn't super hard to formulate a plan. You have to take with the bishop, of course. Pawn can't take because of the pin. Queen takes, you just lose the queen, of course. Okay, so here I have the opportunity to play bishop c6 and trade. Well, what I would do is here, here, and then queen d7. However, I kind of like the reach that my queen has here, so I might just go knight here and keep my bishop on d5. I mean, c6 is also a move, but I don't like it that much. I think I'd rather just get a development move going. I'm gonna do this. I don't like the knight just being unguarded like so without protection from anything good. I could go in here with the queen, but it just doesn't seem very promising. I'm just looking at all kinds of annoying moves. Of course he could still play this now, yeah. But now is when I think I play this move. Actually, did I miscalculate? I may have miscalculated already, which is not going to be a good thing. Yikes. Yeah, so c6, knight takes, bishop takes, queen here. I mean, I'm going to have a development lead, but it looks like I'm going down a pawn already. Kind of unfortunate. But it's not the end of the world. I'll be threatening this. Damn. Of course, if he takes this knight, for some reason, I'm just going to recapture with queen. Actually, I might not do that. I think I'd rather take here. I don't know. It's tough. But we're probably going to see some sort of exchange here, where I should have a small development advantage for a pawn. but it'll be a very small development advantage. Nothing to write home about. So if he goes here, I'm just going to push e5. I don't reckon he'll do that. Okay. Actually, this looks kind of nicer too. So this would be yet another development move in my favor. Pawn protect doesn't do anything. Knight goes here, I'm just going to do this, threaten here. Look to play a6. Okay. I think I'll just castle here. Seems best. Actually, no, I think I'd rather put my bishop here. So I go back to threatening this pawn, and I'm also threatening here in case he wants the castle. Yeah, I like that move more. I'm trying to play somewhat quick because I did just give up a pawn, so any advantage I can get it would be a nice one. And right now, one of the biggest ones is time, so we'll see what we can do. Here would be nice. But it's nothing crazy. We'll start with this. So he might end up going back. Because king here would just be weird. Well, this actually wouldn't work. Okay. Take, push. Take, pawn takes, queen takes. Doesn't look too promising. Maybe if I could get this knight a little closer, that'd be better, but for now, I think castling is going to be fine. We've got a very good development advantage now, I think. So I actually have e5, f5 available here. Unless he goes here himself. But that doesn't look too scary. Yeah, if I want to prevent this move, I might have to start with f5. Yeah, but if I play f5, then he's just going to... Might be worth it moving this rook over. Alright, so now I'll look into potentially playing f5. But I mean, he also has a potential sack. Not now, but before he did. Yeah, that's a tad annoying. Damn. Ugh. Why am I so dog shit? So now he castles. And I do finally get f5, but it might just be way too late. So he's still not playing it, okay. So I wonder if he's trying to castle the other way. But regardless of what he's doing, I mean, I have tempo on F4 now. He could play G3, but I'll just play E5 into F4. He also might just play F4 himself. If he plays this move, I'm considering knight E5. If there's a pin, that's slightly annoying, but should be fine. Oh, actually, that pin doesn't do anything. I would just check in. So if we get G3, then I'll just play knight to E5. If he goes here, I take. If here and he pushes. Okay, so he's just going right away with F4. I'm gonna push. So take. Ooh. I think I see a tactic here, actually. If a rook takes, I'm going to take that. Okay, so we took out the bishop. I wonder if that's still good for me. So if I take the bishop, and he takes and I take, then I just go up a minor piece. If I take here, and he takes my rook, I'll take his rook, check, he takes back, and then I take here. So I think either way, he messed up. Yeah, I think I just want a piece either way. I think once he realizes he might forfeit, we'll see. He did have a pawn on me, so it's playable, but this bodes a lot better for me than for him. Yeah, I figured he might forfeit. We'll do a quick review. Game review. Alright, we're back up to 1960, so that's nice. And we had a 92.1% accuracy, which is very good considering I gave him a free pawn. So let's see what happened here. So this was all normal, bishop c4, knight f3. Of course, play e6, do not take. We have learned this in the speedrun already. Knight f6 is good, knight c3. So d5 is good. Wait a second. We're able to take this? You're gonna have to explain that to me. Oh, okay. And if he goes here, then he plays c6. I didn't even think of that combination. Okay. So I guess I could just take there. But regardless, we have this happen. So I'm supposed to play c6. Why am I supposed to play c6? I have no clue. Bishop d6. I mean, I guess they're just saying that my bishops are a lot better than his. But I'm pretty scared of this move. I mean, this is kind of weakening. And I just take an f3, but I don't know, it still looks kind of... Oh, so it's still this battery that makes this really good for me, and he still doesn't have this bishop developed. Sorry for talking to myself there, I just had to figure out what on earth they were smoking. I went here, we got 95. Of course, I'm just going to trade this off. And now I actually am pretty fond of my position, playing it out at least. Play d3, rook c8, c3, castle, knight d4. Yeah, I should have looked out for this, but I didn't, so it was my mistake. But all we have to do is push some pawns now. And yeah, I mean, e5 is a pretty easy move to find. He could play something like this, but his position's totally messed up, and he's just asking for trouble. I mean, he just needs to like castle and just ignore what I'm doing pretty much. But it was kind of threatening, so I take. No matter how he takes, I grab it with the queen. They'll give me the brilliancy because I'm a Chad. And then this is how the game could have went, but like I said, I have this with check, so however he chooses to grab that, this is still going to be very much in favor of me. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, the comeback is going to start now, and then catch me tomorrow for the next game. Peace.